Kristen with the Rogers Public Library, and this week for Quilled Creations we are going to be making a Valentine's card. So in your packet you will have a sheet of cardstock folded in half to be your card, and then you will also have 3 strips of red paper and 2 strips of green paper. And we are going to make a little Valentine's card with roses on it. So I will show you how to do that. All right, to begin, we are going to cut our first strip of green into 4ths. So fold it in half, cut it, fold it in half again, and cut it again. And then these we're not even going to quill. We're just going to make flower stems. So we'll glue each of these down, and we can do that. We want them to kind of crisscross, but you can decide exactly how you want them to look. I'm going to crisscross mine. These are the stems of our flowers that we're going to make. I'm leaving a little more space at the top and not quite as much space at the bottom. But again, you can decide exactly how you want your bouquet to look. And that is the beginning of our card. Next, we're going to go ahead and take a red strip, cut it into 4ths. And we're going to set 3 of them aside for a moment. And for the 4th one, we're going to take one side and move it towards the middle. We're going to make a little loop. And then we're going to make another little loop with the other side. And then this is going to be a bow. So we are just going to go ahead and put a little bit of glue in the middle there, midpoint of our bow, and then go ahead and glue that piece. The ends of each one will glue down to make the start of a bow. Then we'll take another piece and we're going to glue that again to the center. And then we will wrap it around. And glue it again. Then we're going to go ahead and cut off the excess, and now we have the start of a cute little bow. And now we're going to cut this remaining piece in half again, and then we're going to cut a little triangle out of the bottom of both pieces. And then we'll glue those once again to the back of our bow. But this time I'm going to glue it at a bit of an angle so that it sticks off at an angle for each one. And then when we turn it back over, there's our little bow, like a ribbon. And then we're going to glue that right at the center point where all of our stems touch. So cute. All right. Now, for all of our remaining red, we're going to make little flowers. So we're going to take our other 2 strips of red and cut them into fourths. And now we'll have a whole bunch of reds. And now we're going to make a whole bunch of little teardrop shapes. And you can make them in different sizes. And what sizes you make will be up to you. Even though they're all starting with the same amount of paper, you can make them different sizes by whether you keep them small and tight or whether you fluff them up to be bigger. So I'm going to make some small ones, and then I'll make some bigger ones. But you want to have matching pairs. So there I have two small ones, and now I'm going to make two bigger ones. So now I have two smaller ones and two bigger ones, and now I'm just going to continue making the rest of these into pairs of the same size. And they can be any size, big or small. That is up to you, whether you want bigger flowers or smaller flowers or some of each. That's up to you, but we'll finish making all of these reds into teardrops. Once we have all our pairs, then we're going to take our remaining green strip and cut it into fourths as well. And then once those are cut into fourths, we are going to roll them up and make them into little marquee or eye shapes to be the leaves on our bouquet. So again, these can be pretty much whatever size you would like them to be for your flowers. But to make the marquee shape, we just pinch on both sides. And then I like to make my leaves a little fat, so I pinch it back a little bit on both sides to just make them a little fatter. But you don't have to do that. You can leave them flatter if you would like. So we'll make 4 of these. Now, once we have all of our pieces made, we just need to put them onto our bouquet. So now I'm going to grab my glue, and I'm going to take each pair of teardrops and put them together to make a little heart flower. So I'll put a little dot of glue down near the point of one of my pairs so that it will stick together. And then I just need to add some glue to the back and pick a spot to put them. There's my first little flower. So I am going to put my 2 smallest flowers together on one stem, and then my other ones each on their own stem. But you can design this however you want. You can have them all at the ends, you can have them kind of in between. You can have 2 or 3 on one stem. You can just have 1 on a stem. It's just up to you, however you would like. So I've got my 2 little flowers there, and then I'm going to put my other ones, 1 per stem for the rest. And once all my flowers are on, then I'm just going to place my leaves. So I will just put some glue on one side of each leaf and pick a spot on my stem to add the leaf. Once you have all your flower buds and leaves glued on, then you are done. Now I would let it dry, but then after it's dry, if you would like to decorate around your quilling or just write Happy Valentine's Day on the front or leave the front blank, however you would like, and you can decorate the inside if you would like, and then you can give your quilled 3D Valentine's card to someone of your choosing. Could be family, could be friend, could be yourself. You could give yourself some love on Valentine's Day. So I would love to see pictures in the comments of your completed Valentine's cards if you would like to share them. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next week for another project for Quilled Creations.